Do a Facebook Live. How many seconds? How many seconds, Simon?
What's this noise?
Oops. Yeah.
We're live.
Oh.
Yeah, we're live, guys.
Yeah, we are so excited today. It is the first episode of the season. And welcome, everyone. Happy New Year, and I wish you all a prosperous 2021. Today's show can never be more timely because the first show of the year, and we as podcasters unleash from different continents all around the world, we just like we say, you know what? Last year was great for us because we progressed, and what we just want to flip back, think about last year, and moving forward towards a greater year for all of us. Success means different things to all of us. So, hello guys, welcome to this first episode of Podcasters Unleashed 2020. How are you guys doing? Whoa, Nelson, come on.
Hey,
Hello,
you're doing
Matilda.
good.
How are
Yeah,
you?
we're very happy and excited.
Yeah, Carla, welcome to this year.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this year. Very excited for this also. This session where we talk about how we will start this year actually.
Okay, great. Simon, this year. We can't hear you. You seem muted.
I said, I'm
Yeah.
okay, thank you. I'm starting a new year with a bang, just self-discipline, really. Started
Okay.
to get into not watching so much Netflix, only 1 hour a day after I've done all my
Okay.
activities, you know?
Okay,
Planning.
great. Yeah, and see, it's usually 6, and you know what? Podcast is Unleashed. We're all about the journey, the pursuit. So we have one of our main, very important colleague of ours. She's not here right now, but she's going to join us. So let's go. When she joins us, don't be like, where did she come from? Yeah, she's coming in, and then we'll let you know. Anyways, welcome to this first episode of the Podcasters Unleashed 2021. And my name is Victor Osio. I'm the host of the Diaspora Entrepreneurs podcast, whereby I share experiences of people who wants to ditch the 9 to 5 and go into a more lifestyle of freedom. So that is Victor. So Simon, how are you doing? Can you just introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Simon, host of Africa Investor Stories. That's what I do. If you're interested in investing in Africa, I'm the man to speak to. I have lots of connections and great stories from real investors with real stories sharing their experiences. Thank you, Victor.
Great. Matilda, you're in LA. What's going on? How are you?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm Matilda, host of Coffee with Matilda, A Journey to Self. And at the moment, I'm joining you from LA. I'm recovering. I mean, I think I'm the recent stage of the last stage of COVID. So, yeah, I'm fighting and I'm stuck in LA. And I'm trying to get back to Europe.
Oh yeah, she's stuck in LA from Paris. Anyways, yeah. Nelson, how are you today?
I am really happy to be here. I'm great. Hi, I'm Nelson J. Zambrano. I'm the host of Investing in America, where we talk about how foreigners can invest in U.S. real estate. And we also have episodes where I interview entrepreneurs that have nothing to do with real estate. Sometimes, actually all the times, they have really good best practices that they are willing to share. Thank you.
Yes, Carla, she's from Paris right now. Yeah, how are you, Carla?
Yeah, I'm doing great. So I'm having I'm the host of the podcast Women Stories, where I share stories with women around the world who traveled a lot and they have their side hustles. So yeah, feel free to check it on different Spotify and Apple platforms.
Okay. And just in case you're joining us and you see that we've got colleagues joining in and going out, that is just the beginning of the year. It symbolizes that technology cannot be trusted 100% because it goes up and it goes down. And my power might go off because I'm in Lagos, Nigeria right now, and it's not 100, it's not 24 hours. So when you see my screen go blank, don't be alarmed. The show goes on. Yes. Hey, yeah. Carla is with us today. Hello, Carla. How are you? It seems you're muted. I can't hear you.
I said I've got some technical issues today, but I'm hanging in there.
Great. So, can you just introduce yourself? What is the podcast about?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, Victor?
Oh, okay. I said, can you just repeat yourself? What is your podcast about?
My podcast is Wonder and Wellbeing, and it's for parents and teachers of kids between the ages of 5 and 14. And it's all about how to balance your own well-being with helping and supporting children.
Okay, great. See, this year for me, it's about having fun. So regardless of what I'm doing, I'll try as much as possible not to be overwhelmed. For me. So I don't want to compare my page 2 to someone else's page 10 because we are on different, each of us right now, we're on different levels right now when it comes to mind, when it comes to achievement, when it comes to different spheres of life, fitness as well. We're on different page right now. So I'm going to be pursuing progress over perfection. I've said it over and over again, progress over perfection. And the tree for me this year moving forward is going to be in the pursuit. Because I set a goal, I discussed it with my friend today, who is ahead of me in the real estate game. And my goal was like, come on, man, step it up. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, so it's going to be progress over perfection. Whatever you do this year, for me, if you like, you crawl, if you like, you walk, if you like, to run, but do not stand still, do not stop. So we've gained so much traction in our personal, in our business, in our podcast. So let's not stop. Let's just keep going, keep the momentum going, and press forward. You get so according to some to some some NLP practitioners and social scientists, they say that when we have clear goals, it is very, very easy for us to take action. Which brings us to our main topic today. How do we plan for a successful 2021 in 90 days chunk? I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that already. So my question today, or our conversation today, leading the question will be like, what do we want? So we start reverse engineering. What do we want, and why? Matilda, I see you're excited. What do you want 2021, and why?
I want to get out of here, and I want it now. That's what I want at the moment. Please, Los Angeles labs, somebody open up a slot so I can get my test, and I can be negative, hopefully, so I can go. I need to go. That's what I want. See, we come to basics. When you're in the trouble, when things go wrong, you come to your basic problems. You just need your freedom. You just need freedom to do what you want to do. I think that comes down to that.
Okay, so basically you're on survival mode right now.
Yes, I'm trying to survive COVID. I want to get negative so I can go. I can go.
Okay, when was the last time you did your test?
Yesterday. So I'm just hoping it's going to be negative.
You look fine to me, my dear. You look fine to me. You're going to be fine. Yes. Nelson, what do you want? Why?
That's a good question. For me, the big thing is kind of what you said right there. It's to move progress without perfection, because that's like my Achilles heel. So I'm looking to move with a sense of purpose, a sense of intention, and definitely a sense of urgency.
Okay, great. Carla, let's hear you out. What do you want?
Yes, Victor. It's a really big question because I want a lot of things.
Yeah.
And just to precise one, it's a little bit hard for me. Well, I think the most important now, because we live in a world where we are bombarded by a lot of informations. So I hope that I can improve more my mental and my strength mentally and my health. So that's what I will be focusing for the next year.
Okay, great. Yes, to the main man, Simon. What do you want, 2021?
Before going to Simon, there is a comment for Matilda from Sasha. It says, Matilda, yes, free Matilda.
I wouldn't say it's about what I want, it's what I'm going to get.
Okay.
And I know what I'm going to get because I'm executing on the self-discipline side of things, which also consists of planning. So that's the way I'm handling it.
Okay, you're bringing the guns out now. I just wanted to walk us in gradually, but you're bringing the guns in. Yeah. Carla, what do you want? Or what are you going to get 2021?
I think I really want to get better relationships. Like in my life, I just want to be more intentional about my connections, and really focus on making them stronger and more kind of mutually effective.
Okay, great. Because for me, what I want is in like three folds, Yeah, because I want to increase my the quality of my relationship. I've got so many friends, I've got so many family members, and I really want to increase, just dial down my relationship. And if it's just a couple, maybe a handful or more, I don't care, but the quality should be all right. My network should be all right. And personal growth, academically. What I found out coming to Nigeria was that in London, we don't care that much about academic qualifications. If you've got the skill, you're great. You can do the job fine. But in Nigeria, where I currently am now, you need the skill academically and technically. You need both skills. So you can be fine doing the job technically, but without the paperwork to back it up, nobody takes you serious. So I found out that most of the key players in the real estate sector, they've got great academic qualification behind them. They've been to Oxford, they've been to Harvard, so they're doing on a very, very high level right now. So one of my goals for this year is to be more academically. So when you start hearing me speaking some kind of like terms, don't mind me. It's just the way it's gonna flow this year. And my personal growth as well. I'm gonna be increasing that as well, doing all sorts of things just to like improve my A game as well, so that I'll be the person that they want to like network with. And the last one is just to create more value where I'm currently residing. So Nelson.
But sorry, just to jump in there, Nelson, being a construction man myself, in the site manager, 10 years commercial, it's not just qualifications are very nice, but when you're dealing with the building game, it's all about what you have up here. The qualifications is just like something to impress. It's like, with certain cultures, mainly yours, love that kind of thing. But when it comes to the building stuff, it's all about the experience, mate. It's about experience.
Where is that?
If you're in the real estate and you're looking at building construction, that's what I say.
Where? Location, where?
No, but what I'm saying, and obviously this is up for debate, is that regardless of where you are in the world, when it comes to construction, it's about how much knowledge you have of construction, not just what you have on paper. Qualification, because qualifications is yesterday's news. It's somebody who's learned something 50 years ago and they're pumping it out on an A4 piece of paper, give you a certificate at the end of the day. But it doesn't mean you understand the process for different terrains, different geography, all these different kind of things. Things you have to consider, like for instance, in hot temperate climate, in humid climates where you get a lot of mosquitoes, you don't do any gutters, because mosquitoes fester in gutters. Then you're going to get a high case of malaria. Now you're not going to know that through just going to uni and get a piece of paper. This is what I'm telling you about. It's about what you have up here, is in your practical thing on the ground. So yeah, go and get your qualifications, but still, I'd still go for a man who's been in the business for many years and knows all about construction from around the world. But anyway,
I totally get what you're saying. I absolutely get what you're saying. That is what I thought at first. That if you've got this and if you've got the practical stuff, you don't need. But where I am right now, I met with someone today who, in the last 5 years, have done over $100 million worth of real estate deal. And the qualification puts them in a certain place to like source for funds.
Mm-hmm.
Not because you can make based off cement.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the level that I want to operate. So
no, I hear that. But think about this. That's his CV. His CV is that he's dealt with 100 million worth of construction, estate management, however you want to put it, yeah? But what I'm saying to him, that's not his qualifications. Do you understand? That is his experience. That's what I'm talking about. You're talking about certification. You talk about certification.
That's what Victor needs right now, and that's what he needs to do. That will make him happy. Khalas. Why are we discussing it? I don't understand. Let him do what he thinks.
So guys, hey guys,
someone is just like one of my family members who wants to tell me what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do. I've been in the business. I come from a family of builders. I'm qualified in commercial construction. What I'm saying to you is, I'm telling you from my own experience. So Matilda, I don't know what Matilda does, but I guarantee you she ain't in building. Yeah? If we talk about makeup, fair enough. But we're not. We're talking about construction. And this is why I'm telling you this thing here. It's very simple. Now, you don't have to go with what I'm saying, but I'm just letting you know. You see?
Yeah, we will continue with that conversation backstage, Simon. Yeah, and I would like to hear more of your thoughts regards that. So, yeah, Nelson.
Yep.
Yeah, you were about to say something. What were you going to say?
No, I guess it's and this is a question, kind of. I was going to say when you said 100 million, I guess what's the for all of us, and Victor, this might be a question you were getting ready to ask. The game plan or planning to get to the 100 million, and it'd just be curious to know what everybody kind of in a more concrete way, what they have in mind, what they're looking to actually accomplish, or their steps to accomplishing whatever it is that they want to get out of 2021.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know about that. I can't answer that right now, but maybe in a later conversation, I would be able to follow that up. So, what would you like to? What would you like to achieve 2021, Nelson?
And what? So, for example, so you've got one approach. From what I can tell, your approach is, I'm going to emulate what this, say, the people that have the $100 million portfolio, right? And then Simon's approach is more, I am going to get the experience of the $100 million portfolio. I mean, I think they'll still both kind of get you there, but this is two different roads, two different vehicles.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's all I was going to say.
Okay.
And Victor, could you please repeat the question again now?
Yeah, the question, which comes from the first one of what are the three things that you like to achieve, that you want to make happen this 2021?
Okay, so I'm going to kind of collapse finance and business together just for the sake of time. I definitely want to get a better handle on my finances, so I'm doing some things there. Definitely want to bring down my expenses a good 25, at least 25%. Bring down my expenses, and on the business side is to kind of overall be able to create more reoccurring high value transactions. I want to create not just one, but more. I want to make a machine. Okay. So that's something to me that's very, very important. So, we'll be making certain investments. We'll be raising capital. Again, certain purchases, bringing on certain partners on board. I definitely want to relaunch my course, six-step guide to living rent and mortgage payment free. It did very well last year. I came in 6 out of 313 students in the Business Accelerator. So I'm very proud of that. So I really want to hit that hard, to get that going. In the health area wise, again, I took a look in the mirror and I'm like, holy smokes, I'm getting a dad bod. So I want to get rid of that. So I'm looking at getting my waist down to 37 inches. So that'll be good. And down to 12% body fat. Environment. I want to create an environment that creates joy. So I've been doing the Marie Kondo method. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Marie Kondo. So
No.
she has this Japanese lady of a way of making an environment in your work and office space that creates joy. So I've been working on that. Matilda's smiling, so I guess she's familiar with ecology. I guess you could put it. I want not forget network, a higher ecology. But that's where I'm looking to be.
Oh, great. It seems we lost you there.
And that's it for me.
Okay, it seems we lost you there just now. Matilda, you're next. So what are the 3 things that you want to achieve this year, that you want to make happen this year, and why is that?
Actually, I want to encourage everyone in this. I want to invite everyone in this conversation. We are all, we don't take an example of my situation right now. I had plans for Christmas and New Year to be somewhere else, but I'm stuck. It's been 21 days. I'm stuck in LA, and I cannot do what I want to do because of the world situation. So we are living in a constant fight and flight mode these days, and managing stress and it creates more stress because you're putting a lot of energy to kind of managing it rather than creating the life that you want. And I believe, and I want to reassure you this, I believe, because when the world was free and I could travel and I could do whatever I want, I've done a lot of New Year's resolution that failed. And why is that? I think all these self-help books or seminars is not going to work, because your lifestyle, what you want from your life, is not a one-size-fits-all solution. You can read a lot of books till like 2030, but if you don't understand your own blocks, your patterns, and your thoughts and emotion that get in the way of the life that you want, the change will never come. So I encourage people, based on my situation right now, instead of putting their intention to be on the fire and then managing their stress and fighting and running to make their plans work, just sit in front of a mirror. Get naked with yourself, not physically, but just emotionally get naked with yourself. Take a good look at yourself and face the parts that you don't like it. Behaviors like lack of discipline, laziness, neediness, greed, low self-esteem. Pay attention to all the parts that make you feel less than, and embrace the parts that you need to work on. Understand them, acknowledge them, and then manage them. And then only then you can live the life that you want. You can live the life that you're planning. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Everything you want is inside. And it starts with self-awareness. So the journey right now for the 3 months for me is the inner work. Because right now I'm restricted with the world rules and regulation. I cannot do whatever I want, but I can do inner work. And if I do my inner work, I can be successful. Doesn't matter what's happening in the world. What's happening inside Matilda, that counts.
Wow. Yeah. One of my mentors said awareness of self is the first step to change. So Simon, 2021, the 3 things that you want to achieve, and why is that? Because the why is a big part of whatever we do.
I wouldn't say it's what I want, it's what I'm on the road to achieving, and that's a certain. I've started to train with, as you guys know, with younger people, half your age, and it's quite emotional. We have a term. You work so hard, you train so hard, you know what God you serve. That's when you're playing at your backside, to put it lightly. So fitness, health is obviously a major thing. There's also self-discipline, and the self-discipline comes in with how you structure your life. I just had a meeting with somebody I was mentoring, and we were talking all about personal planning, and that's what I've had to, you can't tell someone to do it if you're not doing it yourself. And it's something I've had to review. And when I mentioned earlier about the Netflix, I can't just go and binge watch something for the whole day and just throw away my day. It's a reward. So, and I just give myself an hour for that day of watching, like, Surviving Pablo Escobar, which is 60 episodes, 45 minutes each. So that's like a reward system based on me achieving the targets for the day, which I write down. So there's that self-discipline and prior planning. And generally, I think the third thing will be actually trying to be a better person. Obviously, we're always a bit like alcohol. You fall off the wagon at times. Look at look at this one. You do that.
I like that one, Simon. Please work on that.
Yeah, because anyway, people say things and you just think, smash your face in. Yeah, that's it. And then you think, oh no, we're meant to be nice. Yeah, that kind of thing. But
you mentioned so many things here. You mentioned self-discipline and mentoring as well. Yeah. And mentoring. How is that a goal for the year that you're going to be mentoring?
No, people have come to me, younger. Obviously, I drive the taxi, and you bump into people also. And when you start speaking to them, I've had quite a few young people ask me, do I mentor? Have I ever considered mentoring? And that's how it's kind of just started up. So I do it through Zoom, which is much very easily. You can give someone an hour a week, and obviously there's no charge because it's part of becoming a better person yourself. You're giving your skills, as Ingram from our podcast course said. Our life experience is our blessing, and who are we not to give our blessing on to other people? So that's one of the reasons I just take it to share my life experience and guide people so they don't fall in the potholes of life that I've fallen in. And I've been doing that for about 2 months plus now.
Oh yeah, so, and you also mentioned self-discipline. Is it towards a particular end? Because on the other hand, I like to have a goal at the end before I start doing stuff. So is there an end game?
I would say with self-discipline, it's always ongoing, because you don't know what the road of life, that journey is going to come in your path. So you may think, oh, I've got this handled now, but let your children become sick. Something that's really dear to you, and then your self-discipline, you may start to break down in certain ways, and your self-discipline goes out the window. Some other people, it's like, I was watching a motivational thing, and this SAS guy was talking about post-traumatic growth. So basically what he's saying, everybody talks about post-traumatic stress. Oh, it's too much, I can't bear it anymore. But other people, something happens that's really extreme, and they said, I'm stronger now.
Okay, great.
It was a shock, but I'm stronger now. I know next time that happens, I'm all right. It's a bit like a fight. You're in school, someone's trying to bully you, or you have a scrap, and you get in there, and you lose or you win or whatever, but you become stronger for it.
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad. It got punched in the face. Matilda wants to jump in.
2021 is going to be a very fun and a disciplined year for most of us here. And we know that Carla, one of the guys here who like put on the straight and narrow. So Carla, what do you want to achieve, or what do you want to make happen 2021, and why?
I'm going to ruin it now. I don't want to achieve anything. For the first time in my life, I want to not start the year with a goal or a specific outcome in mind, because actually that's what I've done all my life. I've been goal oriented and driven and continually work, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Was it that bad?
No, it wasn't that bad. I just think that there's got to be a place in life for intuitive and kind of heartfelt living, and just taking a bit of time out and just letting your guard down. I think that goals are wonderful, and I think that they're overrated as well. I think sometimes people feel like they need to make them continually throughout their life, and I don't think that that's necessary at all. And I think that when you've done it for a certain number of years, you do get to a point where you maybe just need to take some time to breathe. And I think this year is a year where we've all just we've seen things that we planned not materialize. And that's been, well, last year, 2020 was a year where we just saw things not materialize, and we had a lot of plans that we had to change. And sometimes for someone who's constantly goal oriented and has this kind of controlled way of living, when something like that happens, it can be really quite disturbing, and it can force you to have to change the way you look at life, and for me, it really did that. And it made me realize that some of the goals that we pursue are not really necessary. It's overkill. So
does that not make us, we can't be fluid with our goals?
We can, but it depends on the person. And I know for me, I tend not to be fluid with goals. I will just go at them and I won't stop. And I learned last year just to be a little bit more flexible and a little bit more responsive to life, and not to be so thrown when things don't work the way I want them to work.
Is it okay for me to say that you are an overachiever?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm never done, and I never feel like I'm good enough and I've achieved enough. It's just continual, non-stop. And so I'm taking a step back from that approach and just doing things a bit different.
Is that a bad thing, though?
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But for me personally, I think it's okay, even if you feel like you're a person who wants to live your whole life like that. I wouldn't say it's wrong. But for me personally, I've been able to see some of the ways that hasn't benefited me, especially in terms of my physical and emotional well-being, and also my relationships. Because sometimes, when you're going at a goal, you have to dismiss certain emotional connections, and you disconnect from people because you become so driven that the goal becomes the main thing. And I think that can affect your relationships if you lose your balance. And I feel like I did somewhere lose some of my balance, and I became too goal oriented and too focused on career and things like that. And I just want to take some time for my relationships and for my connections and for myself, like Matilda said, just that inner work, because your outside relationships depend a lot on your inside relationship with yourself. So that's where I'm at.
We'll come back
Sorry,
to that.
ruin it, Victor.
Nelson and Matilda, hold on. Carla, Hala, what are the 3 things you'd like to achieve for the year, and why? It seems you're muted.
I was thinking about this question, and actually, I've never planned for a year. I always have this global vision. I always dreamed about a situation where I will be in life. And sometimes I draw what I want it to be, but I've never done like tasks or done goals to achieve where I want to be. I feel like it's overwhelming for me, and it's something that I can't be committed to it, because sometimes life happens and there are like certain things, exterior factors that happen. So your mind could shift or you could change to something else. But what I've learned from this year, and I really want to change, is to be more present in the moment. Sometimes, I feel like I need really to not take things into granted and really live in the moment and be there with the people around me. So I think that's the first thing that I understood this year, and really to enjoy the moment that I'm in. And also the sense of community, like we now as podcasters, we meet each week and we talk, and it's something that really helped me this year to stay more focused, and also the routines that I have done to motivate people on Instagram and try to do working out during the pandemic really helped me, and I was very happy to see people felt a little bit motivated to do the same. So I think the sense of community, I didn't have it before. I didn't understand what it is, but now I'm really grateful to see with this connection how my life has changed, and how ditching the wrong relationship has really changed my path.
Yeah. So, guys, don't forget to like comment, leave a comment, and ask any direct questions. We're here to like answer them. If we can't answer them, we'll get back to you. Yeah. But Carla, what you said was really, really, really profound. You mentioned that being present, more intentional about, and you know what? Most of the stuff that we achieved last year was due to our community as podcasters and our day and our weekly fellowship, which was really, really one of the key factors for us to like achieve what we wanted to achieve. Although we didn't hit it, but it was cool because we know that we're making progress every week, and we had accountable people that we need to be accountable to. People who wake some people up by telephone call at 5 a.m. Yeah. So Nelson, what are you going to say about being present and the community that we are right now? I think Nelson has a bad connection. Matilda, let's go.
Well, I had a couple of things to say when people were talking, but nobody was listening to me. I guess the world is not listening to me these days. Okay, I wanted to say to Simon, I really like the idea of self-discipline, but I wanted to, since you are in it and you've gone to military, you had a military life for a long time, can you give the listeners and me some tips about self-discipline? Because that's going to be some important tool for any goal that anyone wants to achieve. And then I have something for Carla as well to ask.
Okay, well, thanks for that, Matilda. I would say this. Jordan Peterson says it the greatest way. He said, treat yourself like you were someone you loved. So let's take your grandma, for instance. Your grandma, if the doctor told you she needed to take pills at a certain time, you would make sure she takes it at that time because you love her. And if you treated yourself in that same respect of, I need to do this, then you're okay. Do you understand? I don't think I could give you other military scenarios and blah, 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 but that's more kind of life and death. Because if, like, for instance, being on time is such a punctual thing, because we have something called the QRF, the Quick Response Force, and that may be involved a team getting to the helicopter to go and support another team that's in the middle of a battle. So if you're late and you're the medic, the helicopter can't leave. People are dying because of your thing. So you need to learn to be punctual and everything. You don't know. It's better to be early and sit down and wait like a plane, waiting for a plane, than it is to be late and miss everything and miss the whole thing. So those are the two examples I can give you. But okay. In your case, go with the first one.
Yeah. I like it. Now, whenever I have to work out, I have to say, Matilda, I love you so much, and you need to work out. Get your butt out and work out because you're going to be fat and not attractive. I should use these terms.
Yes, Nancy, we missed you just now because of your connection. Yeah. So, what have you got to say? Because we'll be talking about being present and being intentional and the power of community moving forward. Can you hear me, Nelson? Okay. Yeah, Sasha has a comment here that says a very good example, Simon. Treat people as someone you love, which is very, very fantastic. Carla, let me ask you this question. It's from what Matilda said earlier on when she was talking about what she actually needs to make happen. And you spoke about neediness, laziness, and self-esteem. How do you tackle, how have you tackled neediness? Or maybe laziness or self-esteem? Low self-esteem.
Neediness, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All of them or just neediness?
So, okay.
Yeah, neediness is deep, actually. It's very deep. We could probably do a whole episode on neediness. Neediness is different for different people. Some people need to tackle neediness because they're too needy, and some people need to tackle it because they're not needy enough. And I'm in the camp of not needy enough, actually. Who's humming? Nelson,
Hey there. Yeah, hey guys, hold on a second. Hold on, guys, a second. We just got a comment in from Sasha Serge Bakarian.
Okay, Nelson, can you mute yourself?
Very
Go
good
on,
example, Simon. Treat people, as you said it, treat yourself. I'm sorry about that. Hey guys, 1 second. We've got a comment here from Sasha Serge Bakarian. Very good example, Simon. Treat people as someone you love. And I think there might be a typo right there, but I think what Simon said from Jordan Peterson, treat yourself as if someone you love. And you gave the example of grandma, of how you would treat grandma. And again, that came in from you and from Sasha Serge Bakarian.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think your connection is a little bit slow, so you like behind. So catch up now. Yes, Carla, you were saying.
Yeah, I was saying about neediness. It's in anything we can always lose our balance, and you can lose your balance either way. So you can be too needy or not needy enough, and neither of them is a good thing. For me, I found out that what I used to do a lot was just neglect my own needs and put them to the bottom, and then I'd try and be there for everyone else until I burned myself out. And that is something that I'm still learning not to do. So I'm at that kind of stage in life where you kind of have to focus a bit on yourself, and I have to learn new behaviors. And I guess the self-discipline does fit in with that as well, because I have to have self-discipline to put myself first and to take care of what I need to take care of for myself without feeling like I'm being selfish or without feeling guilty. And what was the other characteristic? It was self-discipline, neediness, and what was the other one?
Self-esteem. Yeah.
Yeah, and self-esteem, again, I suppose it goes hand in hand with that. If you value yourself in a balanced way, then you're going to take care of yourself properly. You're going to make sure that your well-being is balanced and that you're getting what you need because you value yourself. But if you don't, then you won't do those things, and you don't have boundaries, and you don't have like a good routine for self-care. So yeah, for me, all of those things go together, and they're important for me for the coming year.
And you just mentioned something which is very, very vital just now, because when you want to, from my studies as a mental strength coach, from my studies, says when you want to like achieve something, you have to like start from the beginning, from the end, and do some reverse engineering, which we've discussed right now. And we've discussed goals that we want to achieve, different goals, no goals, just winging it. And yeah, but in order for us to wing a goal, we need to become something, we need to learn something new. So if you as an overachiever don't want to like achieve something this year, so you want to like step back, you need to learn how to step back. So for all our goals now, who do we want to become to achieve these goals? If you are planning, yes. If you're not planning, at the end of the day, we'll still arrive at the end of 2021. So can I start with Carla? What would you like to like? Well, who's the kind of person you would like to become? To be present, to be more intentional, and to be part of the community to move forward.
So the question is who I want to become in the future?
No. To become present and to become more intentional, because you want to be more intentional, more present.
Yeah.
So who would you become to be more present? Who would you become?
Yeah, I think it's try to I think, yeah, like when you have a discussion with someone, or when you are in a group of people, try to be in the present moment. Try to understand what they wanted to say, and to have the intentions to understand them. And also, there is sometimes when like I go, because like this year I have traveled around Europe, and I went to Egypt also. So I really appreciated some moments and some stories and discussion with old people that I wasn't really aware of the added value for me. So I think there are things that I'm appreciating now, and that could be helpful for me for the future, to be a better friend and to be a better person around the people, around everyone. And I think having a great environment, it starts with you. You need to really work hard on yourself, and try to really choose your surroundings, because it's not the people around you, they came for a reason, and some of them may stay, some of them will go. And try really to select your surroundings, and be present with the people around you. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I know. Hala said something very vital, which Matilda is like the queen of it, which is better friendship, coffee with Matilda. If you have a coffee with Matilda, see, she's gonna like make you stick around forever. So Matilda, see, who would you like to become less needy and increase your self-esteem?
I think the root of all of that is self-love. If you love yourself correctly, all of that is in the right track. For example, discipline. When I was asking now Simon, and it's really true. If you, for example, I have a lack of discipline for working out, but if I really, truly have a great connection with myself, I wouldn't even need to have any discipline. That workout will come because I'm putting myself as a very important, I'm treating myself as a very important human being. Or neediness, for example, what Carla was saying. If you have a very good relationship with yourself, your needs will matter no matter what. You don't need a discipline to put your needs in front, because automatically that will come. So I think by having the right connection with yourself, by loving yourself and having a healthy relationship with yourself, all of the problems that you have will be fixed. So again, what I'm continuing to do, and I think I'm going to continue this till end of your life, because your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship that you're going to have in your life. For example, Carla, in your example, if you connect with yourself in a better way, you're going to connect with other human beings better as well. So for my understanding of looking at these scenarios, if you connect deeply with who you are, the people that will come to you, they will feel connected with you as well. So you don't need a prescription or books to read to understand how to become a better friend or something. You just need to become a better friend for yourself. So Victor, for your question, I'm going to work on myself again, because everything starts with me and ends with me. There's nothing else and there's no one else. So.
Whoa, everything starts and ends with you. Nelson, the connection is not ending with you or starting with you. What's going on? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I made some changes here. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, we see that you're changing beautiful backgrounds from Dubai to Miami. So yeah, so we've mentioned so many stuff right now while you were switching. Yeah, who would you like to become when you achieve your 3 steps, your 3 goals for the year?
I'm just kind of take a quick step back here. We should never make light of someone or a group going through PTSD, legitimate PTSD. That is a very complex topic for some folks, and and I remember the original person who said that was Jim Mathis. Some people have post-traumatic stress disorder. Some other folks come back with post-traumatic growth. So General Mathis said that, and I remember when he said it. So we should never ever make light of a person who goes through that. Having said that, part of that is also that post-traumatic, and the key word there is traumatic growth. Something, and again, there was a special word that Carla said, and that was routines. So I'm looking to become the person that my habits, my routines get me to where I want to go. So I agree with what Carla is saying about goals. I'm looking to be the person that creates those routines that get me to where I want to go, that put me in the right direction. Because if I'm in the right direction, I'll end up where I want to go, maybe even beyond where I want to go. So the key thing, again, Carla said it, it's routines. When she got into a certain routine, things got better. So that's the person I'm looking to become. And kind of, again, Simon, he's mentoring now, through being resourceful, being present, actually listening to people, he was able to, whether you want to call it a side hustle or mentoring or whatever you want to call it, by being resourceful, which is a way of being, he can now mentor other people and share that. So it's the creation of routines that get me to where I want to go, or maybe even beyond.
Just to let you know, I don't do it for money, so I don't get paid. I'm just doing it to help people out.
But you see, it's not about money or anything. It's about being resourceful and about being present.
Yeah, I only say that because you said hustle, and hustle is usually associated with finance.
Now the Republicans are coming.
Simon, this mentoring will make you a nicer person. I'm very happy.
Yeah. So Simon, still on.
And Victor, and just to let you know, just since I'm the gringo in the group, right? Most of the wealthiest people in the United States are actually Democrats. Okay, they're actually Democrats. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, the Waltons. Okay, the Rockefellers are Republicans, but they're centrist Republicans. Okay, so I just want to lay that out there. Okay,
it's interesting that you say that, Nelson. I'm not trying to go off topic here, but is anyone one thing all the time?
No.
No.
Yeah. So Simon.
Yep.
Yeah. So Matilda Carla said, for her to become better and to become more present, she needs to try to listen more to achieve her goals this year. And she needs to become better at being a friend. Friendship, on the friendship level, she needs to be better friendship. She needs to create better friendship relationship-wise. So how are you going to, what are you going to become to achieve what you've set out to achieve this year?
What, towards how?
No. You, what are you going to become?
Can you expand on that, please?
Okay. You mentioned three things that you're going to achieve this year.
Yeah.
Why? So what are you going to become to achieve those goals?
Well, I thought I said about the fitness, helping people more in that, mentoring them.
Yeah, these are the things that you want to achieve this year. So how are you going to become better with this?
Oh, what do you mean? You mean like how's it going to help people?
No. Okay, I'll come back to you. Carla.
Yeah.
Carla. Nelson said, never make light, which is what I agree with that. Never make light of someone else's situation. And you are an overachiever here. You want to die. You want to tone it down. So how do you how are you going to become that person that watches Netflix if that is what you want to use to tone it down? So how are you going to be that person? How are you going to learn how to become that person?
Well, it's the same. It's all about the self-discipline and the routines. So now instead of having routines that center around everyone else, I have routines that center around myself. It's just I've just changed it. It's just the opposite. It's the same strategy. I still have a schedule. I still have an organized way of approaching the day, but instead of filling it full of work tasks and tasks that are for serving other people, I put my own self in there and try and create more of a balance. I love routines and systems, and I don't think I would ever get away from that. But also I've given myself permission to do stuff like just to stay in my pajamas and watch Netflix because I think I've earned it. But sometimes I do have to talk to myself because I find myself sitting there watching Netflix and there's part of my brain that's kind of beating me up and saying you should be up doing something even when there's nothing to do. And then I find myself getting up and finding something to do that will take hours and hours, which is really not necessary. So it's a balance. It's all about balance.
But you mentioned about having more network, creating better relationships. So how are you going to achieve that?
Well, for me, I make sure that I connect with the people that matter to me every day. So what I used to do before is I would do all my work and everything, and I would have on my to-do list that I need to phone this person or phone that person, but I would never do it. So instead of putting it on my to-do list, I just do it now. I just message people and I reach out to people, and that's become a big part of my day. I make sure that I talk to at least 2 or 3 people in my network every day to make sure that I'm staying connected to them practically and not just in my own head. Because sometimes our goals are in our head and they're in our notebooks, but they're not actually in our actions, are they? So that's what I'm doing. I just, instead of noting it down that I need to call someone, as soon as they cross my mind, I just call them or I just send them a message to say, hey, what's up? How are you doing today? It's a simple way just to let them know that you're there and you're communicating with them, and then they respond and you've got a dialogue going on. That's what I'm doing more of. And just being more of a social person. I was very introverted, very goal-driven, very focused and serious. But I'm not that way now. I'm more of a connector and just changing behavior.
Okay, great. Nelson, what are you going to say? Just in 30 seconds, what are you going to say?
Yeah, what I was going to say is something that maybe we should look to get away from doing and more on the being side. So, for example, Carla, she is being more loving to Carla, giving herself that time to say, I have earned this spot to watch Netflix or binge watch or whatever it was, and not torture herself, not take out the beat up stick and then take herself away to do something that takes hours and hours away when she was rewarding herself that she had earned. So maybe to stay away from the doing and more the being. So be loving to yourself. This doesn't mean be lazy. Reward yourself after you've accomplished something, and that will help you. And then I got to give kudos to Carla here for those routines, because if we can get those routines in place, that'll pull us or push us in the general direction and maybe even beyond where we want to go.
Okay, great.
What I'll add to that, Victor.
Yeah,
what I'll add to that is just my thing is this. When you look in the mirror, are you happy with the person you see? So, for instance, let's say I was looking, it's the same kind of thing. If you was looking for a wife, for instance, if you're being honest, would you recommend yourself to marry somebody based on how you are? Or would you recommend yourself for a job based on your work ethic? Or yourself?
So what I'm going to say, what I'm going to say is that, Matilda, 1 second. What I'm going to say is, guys, so if you're listening to this, we're going through steps that we are using to plan for this year. So we started off with what are the things, what do you want for this year? And the next step is why? Why do you want this stuff? Followed by who do you need to become to achieve this? So in less than 30 seconds, guys, if time permits, Matilda, what do you need to see in the next 30 days, in the next 90 days? In one sentence, what do you need to see in the next 90 days to know that you're on your true path?
I just need to be enjoying every second of it. I have to be grateful about COVID. I need to be grateful. I'm stuck here. I'm with my grandmother. She has dementia. And maybe this is my time to enjoy it and take it in and just to be, as Nelson said. I'm practicing to be. Then planning. Plan doesn't work. So let me just enjoy where I am.
Okay, Carla, what do you need to see in the next 90 days to become more, to realize that you have better relationship, better friendship, and you listen more in the next 90 days? I think you're muted.
Yeah, thank you, Victor. Well, what will motivate me in the next 90 days is really to have a vision board. I really love, because when I was young, I was like visualizing everything. And there are things that happened to me because I was drawing and visualizing these things. But I have never planned, and I have never had this plan A to B, C, and D. I've never had this. So I think that I need to have a visual reminder, because even if I'm facing some setbacks during this year, I'm going to have a vision board inside of my face every day to remind me that I have greater goal in this life. And also, as Nelson said earlier, the routines really helped me to be more disciplined and to motivate people around me. So I have developed habits this year in 2020 by doing workouts and eating healthy. So I hope I will keep doing it. And the growth won't end at the end of 2021. Each year will be more stronger, and we will be more. We'll learn more and more about ourselves.
Great. So Simon, in 30 seconds, what would you? What are the milestones? What do you need to see in the next 90 days for your mentees and your self-discipline? Yeah. What would you like to see in the next 90 days?
I'd like to be someone that people see as somebody that they want around and they can rely on.
Oh, great. Reliability. Yeah. So, Nelson, what would you like to see in the next 90 days?
To see would be resourcefulness. Be resourceful. Be resourceful. Be forgiving. Leader and follower.
Oh, I like the one-liners. Yeah, Carla, one line. No. 30 seconds to you. What would you like to see in the next 90 days? Let's go.
I want to see more hugging. I know I shouldn't be saying that in socially distant times, but I do want to hug the people that matter to me as much as I can. And also, I want to be on my phone more. I've never been on my phone yet. Let's virtual hug, guys. Yeah, I want to be that person that's always on their phone, but not on their phone to do emails, but on their phone to do something social. I've never been that person that's like always chatting on the phone and always got people ringing them. But I want to see that in the next 90 days. I want to just be chatting to people and interacting with people, and not because we need to do an email or we need to check something off on the tick list, but just because we want to connect. That's what I would like to have as a habit going forward.
Okay, guys, we're at the end of the show now. So remember.
Well, hold on. Before the next 90 days, you said 90 days, January, February, March. I really want to be able to see all of you here, all of us. We've never met in person, by the way, for all the audience. We have never met in person, except Paola and Carla. They did some kind of Paris thing, last tango in Paris meeting or something. And
Carla and Matilda. It was Carla and Matilda.
Yeah, Carla and Matilda.
I know we all look alike, Nelson, but
it's y'all. It's the spelling alike. Now y'all do not look alike, and y'all definitely do not act alike. But I want to meet all of y'all in person. And for the audience, I hope to meet a bunch of you guys in person at the end of this year. We're going to have like a big ceremony or something, and we're all going to meet. And so I'm looking forward to meeting as many of you all as possible. Back to you, Victor.
Yeah, and the location can be Miami or London. Either way, we're cool in the next 90 days.
Miami or London.
Paris,
That's
baby.
right.
Paris.
Oh, Paris.
Okay. Yeah,
Voting
Paris,
for
okay.
Miami, the sunshine.
Yeah. Or maybe Lagos.
Yeah, a lot of sunshine.
COVID
Los
free.
Angeles, very sunshine.
Anyways,
COVID be Legos.
no, there's no COVID in Lagos, anyways. Yeah, but what I'm gonna say is, if you're listening to us right now, we are on different trajectory. Some want to tone it down, while some want to like, for someone like me, I want to go all in. I want to go all in, because I believe I cost a lot, and if I don't have these goals set in front of me, I love Netflix more than Simon. This is my Achilles heel. So when you're saying you love Netflix, come on, Simon, I do. So, but these goals, they make me to like think, sit back, and just do this before you like switch to Netflix. So, if you've got any anything that is kind of like one of your weak points, it's okay. It takes time to gradually like move out of them, but just set goals, know what you want this year, make it in the next 90 days. 1 year is far enough, but 90 days, you can actually do something in the next 12 days, 12 weeks, and track it properly. So we recommend 12 weeks for you to know what you want in the next 12 weeks. Start becoming who you want to become, set your milestones, and just have fun doing it. Progress over perfection. So if there's more time, one word from all of us. Simon, one word. If there's still time, one word from you. Do we still have time?
Love.
Oh, love. Yeah. Matilda, don't say love.
I'm just speechless about Simon. Something has love.
What happened?
Self-love.
I think not Carla, Hala has been on Simon's.
Matilda is changing colors. Look at that.
Yeah.
She looks healthy now.
Ah.
It's what happens when Carla becomes your accountability partner. Hey, our secret's out, Carla. Hey.
Carla is changing colors. Oh my goodness.
Carla, one word from you.
True resilience, understanding nothing will last forever.
Great. Okay, Nelson, before we go to our greatest closer here, Nelson.
Wow. Carla, make sure you don't put that on your dating site there. Nothing will last forever. So I'm just messing with Carla. Resourcefulness.
Okay. One word from you, Carla. No, we'll take 2 words from you.
Balance and self-care.
Balance.
I know that's 3.
Yeah, balance and self-care. Okay. From me, progress over perfection. Whether you like it or not, the end of the year is going to come. December 2021 is going to come. January 2020, we're going to be here. So, progress. Start working towards your ideal self, your future self, and know all your moves. Don't know all your moves, but know your first 5 moves. Yeah, the next 5 moves. Just know them and start working towards them. And from all of us here, from Matilda, Coffee with Matilda, Hala, Women with Stories, Simon, Investing in Africa, Investing in America by Nelson Zambrano, and Carla, Wellbeing and Wonder. Wonder and Wellbeing. Yeah, I got that right. Yeah. Until next week, we'll say bye for now.